Hello, dear children. Let's start the second chapter of your book, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. And the writer of this lesson is also Nelson Mandela. So, before we start the chapter reading and explanation, let's just talk about some basic information you should know before starting the chapter. Apartheid is a political system that separates people according to their race. Can you say which of the three countries named below had such a political system until very recently? Apartheid is a political system where we are segregating or dividing people on the basis of their race. United States of America, South Africa, and Australia. You know that racism, that the difference because of color was very much prevailing in South Africa. Even a part of it was there in United States of America as well, where people were discriminated on the basis of their complexion. Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president. See, earlier South Africa was suffering with this, but Nelson Mandela became first black president of South Africa. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. More than 3 centuries white rule prevailed in South Africa, and then later on Nelson Mandela, he could fight with them and he became the president of South Africa, first black president. Earlier there were the rule of white rulers. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress ANC party won 252 of the 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. In South Africa's history, when first democratic election took place, what is democratic election? Where no partiality is being done on the basis of caste, religion or race. So, when first election, just impartial or democratic election took place, so Nelson Mandela's party won 252 votes out of 400 seats. The inauguration ceremony took place in the Union Building's amphitheatre in Pretoria today, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. The inauguration, basically we are aware with the oath ceremony, when finally officially this is handed over. So when the inauguration ceremony took place, so it was in the Union Building amphitheatre in Pretoria. This was the place, and there 140 countries people, representatives were invited. There, this lesson is the speech which Nelson Mandela gave there at that time, what was her inaugural ceremony. Never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another, said Nelson Mandela in his address. When Nelson Mandela started addressing to the people, so he said, meaning earlier for 3 centuries, for 300 years, the black people of South Africa suffered due to the racism, due to their being black. But he said, now it should not happen again on the land of South Africa. This was the address what Nelson Mandela did, where 140 countries representatives were sitting in his inaugural ceremony. Jubilant scenes on the streets of Pretoria, followed the ceremony with blacks, whites, and colored celebrating together. There in the ceremony, earlier only white people had all sort of happiness, all sort of ceremonies, all sort of privileged favors. But there, everybody, white and black, were celebrating together. More than 1 lakh South African men, women, and children of all races sang and danced with joy. It was a special day because there all men, women, and children, the entire citizens of South Africa were enjoying all together, and that was the reason that no day was different. That day was going to be a set mark for the history of South Africa. 10th May dawned bright and clear, and 10th May was the day when this inaugural ceremony was happened. So that day was absolutely bright, clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. So Nelson Mandela said that the election result had come up earlier. So he was getting so many appreciation, pleasure, congratulations, best wishes from all over the world people. And now he said that this was the first occasion when such a vast gathering happened on the land of South Africa soil. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. As I have already told you about the place, this was the lovely sandstone building, round-shaped building, where this inaugural ceremony was going to start. For decades, decade is the time of 10 years, this had been the seat of white supremacy. And now, it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Nelson Mandela said, for years, this used to be the place of white supremacy, where white people were sitting, where white people were enjoying from there. But that was the first non-racial government, first non-racial selected government, where that day, 10th May, everybody was sitting all together, black, white. He compared it just like a rainbow. A metaphor is used here, just like, because today or that day it was a mixture of so many colors. Earlier, only the white supremacy were ruling there. So dear children, I hope you all have followed it. Today we will complete this much. Thank you.